Welcome to Acroology, where acro yoga is more than just a practice. It's a transformative journey for you to elevate your skills with our tutorials. So, hit that subscribe button. That way we can break down the study of acro yoga together and help you reach new heights in your practice.
Hey there, acro nerds. Today we're going to learn the pose throne. This may be one of the first poses you learn. You start in bird. Then the base squeezes the hand of the flyer, letting them know to put their weight on that side. So, the left hand is squeezed, and then the flyer leans all their weight into that hip. It allows the other hip to be free in the air, and the base can take away their foot like a game of Jenga. Now when you're ready, put your foot back on the hip that's exposed and begin to place the weight on that side. And then the base can take away the other foot. Okay? Go back and forth like this a few times until you're comfortable removing that free foot. Okay, now that you're comfortable with that, let's begin doing the throne. So we go back to bird. We squeeze that hand. The flyer places their weight on that side. And now with that free flyer leg, you place your base foot on the middle of the flyer's thigh. Not too high, not too low. It's a sweet spot that allows the flyer to wrap their leg around the base's leg. Okay, so you place the toes on the thigh, wrap it, take the weight, and now you can use your other foot and place that on the second flyer's thigh. Once both legs are wrapped, this is where the base extends their arms and bends their knees. This motion causes the flyer to sit up. Once they're sitting up, you can then straighten your legs, and the flyer can now sit up comfortably. When you're ready to come down, take the flyer's hands and move in reverse. Bend your knees. Have the flyer take away one foot at a time and place them back on her hips. Now we'll have Alyssa explain the flyer side.
All right, so from the flyer's perspective, once you're in bird, to start out the very first time of doing throne, I suggest to acclimate and pivoting your weight on 3 points of contact. So that will be distributed between both of your hands and one side of your hips. So you lift the weight from one hip and distribute it to the other hip. And with the hip that you lifted, you're going to kind of frogger your knee up to your armpit and then extend that leg again and then try it out on the other side. So once you feel comfortable with that weight distribution, then you can fully commit and bring one knee to your armpit, and the base will then place their foot closer to the inside of your leg near your kneecap, but not behind your kneecap. You really want to avoid having the foot press on that popliteal area. So once they place their foot on your thigh, Then you wrap your foot around the front of their shin and lock your foot in, and then distribute your weight off of the other hip and onto your thigh and your two hands. Then you will frogger your other free leg up to your elbow, wrap your foot around the front of their shin, locking in your pose. Then the base will bend their knees. That's when you lift up into a seated position, into your throne. And when you're ready to get out of this pose, you bring your hands back together and do one leg at a time, unraveling one shin and foot, placing that leg straight back as if you're going back into bird, and the weight will be distributed accordingly. So that's that. We hope you enjoyed our lesson. Please remember, when you're trying a new skill or trick, have a spotter present.